Hello, welcome everyone on this unseasonably warm fall afternoon. My name is Christine Pink. I'm the director of the body donation program here. I've probably spoken with quite a few of you, and I'd like to welcome you to our annual Donor Remembrance Ceremony, where we are delighted to be able to celebrate and honor our recent donors. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Sarah Allison, who is the Anatomy Discipline Co-Director.
Good afternoon. I'm so grateful to gather with all of you on this beautiful day to honor your loved ones and express our deepest gratitude. In my role as the anatomy co-director at WMed, I work with our medical students to help them learn the anatomy that is essential for their careers as physicians. But through their encounters with your loved ones, their learning has extended far beyond just anatomy. For some students, their time in the anatomy lab may be the very first time that their lives have been touched by mortality. Through this experience, students have begun to understand and cope with the challenges of their chosen profession. A profession that is so full of life, but also touched by loss. They have also come to know the many aspects of each person that are unique. They have noted the distinct variations that make up each individual, while also recognizing the similarities that connect us all. And from your loved one's priceless gift, students have learned the true meaning of sacrifice, and they have shown the respect and compassion required of such an important gift. I hope that through their music, speeches, and performances today, you can see how much they truly appreciate this gift. In fact, it was one of our students who inspired the creation of the Donor Memorial Tree. They worked with faculty, administrators, and local artists in order to create a permanent fixture that will memorialize each of our donors. For a long time, they considered what monument would best represent this special relationship between students and donors. And finally, they selected a tree, a symbol of growth, strength, and wisdom. Each of the hand-blown leaves, one of a kind, represent each unique donor. And like the leaves, your loved ones were one of a kind. They were made of a million little things that made them the special person you love. They had a variety of occupations and interests and things that made them smile, and at the center of their lives, they each had their own stories of love and of loss, and they each walked a unique path through life. But what I know for sure is that your loved ones all shared a remarkable sense of selflessness, courage, and a belief in a bright future for you and for this community. Every single day, I remain inspired by them. So please know that your loved one has touched my life, and furthermore, they have touched the lives of all the students that you see here today. And as they begin their residency, the reach of your loved one's gift will continue to ripple out across the country, touching the lives of countless patients and changing the world in more ways than we can begin to imagine. So today, we do our best to express the gratitude that we feel for these exceptional members of our community, and we honor their memory, their lives, and their gift. And with that, I'd like to introduce our first speaker, Autumn Fritz.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Autumn Fritz. I am a second-year medical student here, and I'm extremely honored to speak with y'all today. A lot of my classmates and the faculty that teach us know me as somebody who loves to learn anatomy. I really try to bring a light into the anatomy lab when we do learn. But there is an aspect of the lab that really did touch me personally in a really special way, and that is the impact of the donors themselves. Learning anatomy is a really big part of our journey, but learning who the donors are and what they gave for us was something that I don't think very many of us expected to touch us so much. Me personally, I had a loss in my family where we had to honor that person's wishes to donate their organs. And that is only a sliver of what our donors gave for us. And that was something that really brought me through the lab and interacting with the donors. So really, I'm just here to introduce the rest of the performers, but really bring a perspective of the students, knowing that I've spoken with a lot of our class, and the impact of the donors is something that goes beyond our learning of anatomy and goes really far towards our growth as not only learners, but people beyond here. So just to kick that off, I will introduce Bradley, and he will be starting off our performances.
Hello, friends. My name is Bradley. I'm a second-year medical student. I'll be performing today Rhapsody on a Theme of Paganini, Variation 18 by Sergei Rachmaninoff. I chose this piece because throughout time, it's gained a nickname. It's been affectionately termed the love theme. I felt that this would be a good way to represent the love that you feel for those that you love and the appreciation that we have for those donors. Our next presentation will be given by Kayla Gruters.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kayla Gruters, and today I will be reading a piece that I wrote titled The Time Blanket. I believe that poetry has the unique ability to capture both the mind as well as the soul. I wrote this in honor of the memory of all of those I've had the privilege of caring for and learning from, including our special donors. We honor them, wonderfully and fearfully made, and the magnificent gift that they have bestowed upon us. He took his last breath on a crisp autumn day, and soon let his soul slowly fade into gray. But covering his body, the shell that remained, was the fabric of a lifetime staying far from his grave. The top square, a wedding, the bride dressed in white. Another, a corner, for when he left home to fight. Centerfold shining, a little girl on her toes. And the now old man sat smiling, realizing what he behold. The bottom was shredded, few pictures were clear. A doctor made up one of them, and a soldier right near. The colors on the edges shimmered silver and black. The cloth was all woven of the things that stayed back. The scent of hot coffee, its aroma so strong, radiated out from the blanket, even though he was gone. An echo of a chuckle rang out to those close, so subtle a sound it could have come from a ghost. His body was broken, his spirit had fled, but the old quilt of time still covered his bed. For it's all that is left beyond what God alone knows, the stitches of a story from earth down below. Our next performance will be given by Daria Hodson.
Hello, everyone. My name is Darina Hodson. I'm also a second-year medical student. I will be performing the Alemanda from Bach's Partita No. 2. I chose this piece because I think it is full of deep meaning. It's reflective, and it's solemn, but it's hopeful. And so I thought that it would be fit to honor our special donors with this music. And our donors are very special to us, and we deeply appreciate them. our next performance will be by Lauren Brown.
Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Brown and I'm a second-year medical student here at WMed. I chose the piece, How Does a Moment Last Forever, because of its message to hold on to the memories of those we love. Even though our donors are not here in person today, their memory lives on. Know that their donation has played a vital role in our medical education. Their legacy will continue on in every injury we heal, every sickness we cure, and every soul we touch. How does a moment last forever? How can a story never die? It is love we must hold on to. Never easy, but we try. Sometimes our happiness is captured. Somehow our time and place stand still. Love lives on inside our hearts and always will. Minutes turn to hours, days to years, then gone. But when all else has been forgotten, still our song lives on. Maybe some moments weren't so perfect, maybe some memories not so sweet, but we have to know some bad times or our lives are incomplete. Then when the shadows overtake us, just when we feel all hope is gone, we'll hear our song and know once more our love lives on. How does a moment last forever? How does our happiness endure? Through the darkest of our troubles, love is beauty, love is pure. Love pays no mind to desolation. It flows like a river through the soul, protects, proceeds, and perseveres, and makes us whole. Minutes turn to hours, days to years, then gone. When all else has been forgotten, still our song lives on. How does a moment last forever when our song lives on? And now Laura Scheid-Cobb, our donation coordinator, will continue on with the presentation.
Hi, thank you so much, Lauren. So my name is Laura Scheid Cobb, and I'm a body donation coordinator. And I also really quickly want to thank all of the student performers, the student artists. There are some letters out there that students wrote to thank our donors as well. You may have seen them posted. And just all the students who came and have coordinated and made this event happen. You guys are doing a really wonderful job. Yeah, let's give them a round. So I have a very exciting job with my two co-readers, Emily Heiners, who's a second-year med student, and Malika Glover, who is also one of our body donation coordinators. Together, we have the honor of reading the names of the donors who are here to celebrate today. These donors came to us in the years of 2021 and 2022, and though we're a little late in honoring them because of the pandemic, we're so excited that so many of you could make it still today. So without any further ado, I will start presenting names. James Alden. Saul Amdursky. Michael Barcelona. Thomas Bath. James Best. Murphy Bowles. Sherry Broduck. Jean Bruxfort. Perry Carlisle. Alice Ann Conroy. Everett Couch. John Crabtree. Kenneth Kraft. Ethlyn Sis DeWitt. Thomas Doran. Linda Douglas. Thomas Doyle. Bruce Ellis. Mark Ewing. Jan Lee Feifelski or Engelbright. John Fuller.
Henry Goodrich. And I will let Emily continue.
Jim Goodwin. Edward Grau. Donald Gray. Margaret Hagel. Roger Henderson. Robert Hilliard. Judith Hirsch. David Hopkins. Joyce Horn. Wayne Koch. Michael Kubander. Clyde Lancaster. Stephen Leach. Richard Lee. Janet Lewis. Merle Lind. Margaret Littlefield. Deanne Lunardini. Clara McGuffey. Bonnie Merritt. And now Malika will continue.
Kelly Joe McDonald. Monty Manier. Richard Musselman. Hal O'Brigg. Marlene Ost. Lex Umakatrul. Jacob Pango. Susan Perkowski. Joseph Pham. George Race. Rebecca Rowe. Carolyn Shields. Marcel Sarah. Joseph Slavats. Richard Stapley. Celeste Stoneburner. Lavette Tyshirt. Janet Tesser. Deborah Todd. Eileen Wazulicki. Dennis Wilcox. Jean Wright. And we will now honor our veterans veteran donors, and taps will now be played. At this time, if you would please join us in observing a moment of silence for our donors. Thank you.
Before we wrap up the ceremony, I'd like to share a few words about what this program means to me as the director, and how grateful I am to you for being here, and to your loved ones for the gift that they give us. I'm going to start by reading a poem about loss and remembrance by Margaret Mead, entitled Remember Me. To the living I am gone. To the sorrowful I will never return. To the angry I was cheated. But to the happy I am at peace. And to the faithful I have never left. I cannot speak, but I can listen. I cannot be seen, but I can be heard. So as you stand upon a shore gazing at a beautiful sea, remember me. As you look in awe at a mighty forest and its grand majesty, remember me. As you look upon a flower and admire its simplicity, remember me. Remember me in your heart, your thoughts, and your memories of the times we loved, the times we cried, the times we fought, the times we laughed. For if you always think of me, I will never have gone. Part of the reason that I chose that piece is because I myself am a biological anthropologist by training, and Margaret Mead was a renowned anthropologist. She was born in 1901, and she studied cultures in Southeast Asia and the South Pacific from the 1920s until her passing in 1978. Her ethnographic work is considered foundational to any anthropologist. But I want to speak about something that she said that resonates with me in my role here as the body donation coordinator, not necessarily as an anthropologist. In 1980, a surgeon, Dr. Paul Brand, spoke of Mead and recalled a lecture in the distant past when she was questioned about her thoughts on what made humans special. I'll say that her work was mostly in kinship and child rearing and some of those things very familiar to us. She did not cite the advent of agriculture, great technological advancements, architectural feats, or imperial conquests. She said that a healed, broken femur, this bone here in your thigh, constituted humanities in her eyes. She cited the care and compassion required over an extended period of time, from stabilizing the injury and moving the person to safety, to providing food and shelter. Healing another without reaping a benefit for oneself. This is what sets us apart as a species. Our donors, your loved ones, are the ultimate servants to their community. These students of medicine will go on to be physicians in part because of the priceless gift our donors have given to WMed. Every day when I walk through these doors in the morning, very early morning, I am humbled and I am honored because of the gift that they've bestowed upon us. My one and only hope is that I can live up to their legacies. Thank you. Again, I thank you for coming and joining us and hearing our wonderful students and their performances and words. And I welcome everyone to join us afterwards. There's a reception and in celebration of the life of our donors. Thank you.